Labubu dolls have become one of those insane fads that takes the internet by storm for an incredibly intense and hectic period, only to sit within landfill a year later.
Labubu, labu labu, labubu.
You've probably seen them at some point, either shared via someone obsessed with them or someone who absolutely hates them. There seems to be no in between. It all started thanks to Pop Mart, a Chinese company specializing in blind boxes with little furry creatures inside. When Pop Mart moved to the US, Westerners began wearing Labubu dolls as a niche fashion statement, but now it's definitely a titan of industry and an incredibly mainstream piece of product. There's clips of huge crowds racing and falling over one another to rush into a store just because a new Labubu has dropped. Part of the appeal lies in their gambling aspect. You know, kind of like opening card packs or those gacha machines on the street. Maybe you'll pull a secret rare, or maybe you'll be wasting money on exactly the same one you bought before. It is this perceived scarcity of rare Labubus that has made them popular for collectors. And videos of people unboxing them and being unhappy with the ones they get are incredible demonstrations of the pitfalls of gambling, and are often posted as pure rage bait to promote engagement. The Labubu economy is all kinds of insane, but hindsight has revealed this exact thing has happened multiple times before, as history is repeating itself. Many are describing Labubus as the newest iteration of Beanie Babies, which held an absolute chokehold on the late 90s and early 2000s as the must-have item. Rare Beanie Babies were fetching prices of up to $500,000, with stories of divorced couples dividing their collections in courtrooms. However, Beanie Babies soon found themselves worth far less after the craze was over, and it's highly likely to be a matter of when, and not if, Labubus suffer the same fate, being likened to the Dutch tulip mania of the 1600s. It's also a lot like those little naked Sunny Angel dolls that blew up a while ago, or even Stanley Cups, or even Troll dolls. It's just plastic crap that people collect, and yet at the end of the day, it has held such a huge chokehold on the consumer industry that it's broken into the news cycle. Hey fellas, does Revolut have a deal for you? If you're based in Australia, the US or the UK, you can get 40 Aussie dollars, 20 US dollars or 20 pounds when you sign up to Revolut and use your card just once. I mean, who wouldn't want to use a card you could fully design yourself, complete with text, emojis, you name it. At least it won't be boring like the rest of them, eh? Head to the link in the description or scan this code here to check it out /learn more. You could even choose to upgrade to the metal plan to get this sleek stainless steel card. I never have to worry about my card getting snapped or broken because look at it, this thing is durable, man. And when you create an account, you'll get access to a range of perks to make money management a breeze. From smart budgeting tools and secure spending online to travel perks like currency exchange and discounted airport lounge passes. So don't forget, if you're based in Australia, the US or the UK, you can get 40 Aussie dollars, 20 US or 20 pounds when you sign up to Revolut and use your card just once. Head to the link in the description or scan the QR code to check Revolut out. Thanks again to Revolut for being today's sponsor. Maybe you've heard that annoying Labubu song that sounds like an adult trying to pretend to be a kid saying Labubu over and over again.
Labubu, labu labu, labubu.
Or maybe you've seen the woman who has the one and only 24 karat gold Labubu that she obviously spray painted gold.
I have the one and only 24 karat gold Labubu.
Any way you look at it, Labubu has swept the nation, and it's worth talking about how it got its start. It would seem the little dolls are based on Nordic folklore, as their designer Kassing Lung was born in Hong Kong but grew up in the Netherlands. You can see the similarities between the creature designs there in mythic folklore and the little faces of the toys. As a result, Labubus are ugly cute, with just the right amount of danger to feel different but safe. However, that ugliness has also helped work against it in terms of those who feel their dolls are possessed or haunted. Some believe the toys represent Pazuzu, a demonic entity from Mesopotamian lore found in the Exorcist films, as they have similar names. As a result, there's clips of the Labubu depicted as an evil creature, with fake videos of people being killed or hunted by the toys going viral. It's easy to imagine how this narrative might fit in the satanic panic of the 90s, or even the demonic stories of evil Furbies as told by The Simpsons. As a result, the idea that Labubus could be evil creatures that exist to torture and raise hell for their owners only adds fuel to the fire in regards to spreading their fame, ironically making people buy them more than they would have otherwise. And in one video, Katy Perry smacks a Labubu out of a fan's hand. Fair enough, she's probably sick of them, but it shows how celebrities have become affiliated with the product too, and the fact that they're associated with a celebrity, however briefly, has made them even more popular. However, due to the Labubu craze, there's a problem with resellers who seek to buy and flip them almost instantly. This reseller problem will ultimately kill them because prices will become so overinflated for a product that nobody wants that Labubus will ultimately become trash. High prices have also led to fakes, with the issue so prominent that it has its own name, Lafufu. They sell like crazy on street markets and dollar stores, with unsuspecting buyers hopeful to get their hands on an authentic cheap toy. The fact that entire markets have popped up based on fake Labubus is incredible, as it could be argued that the memes surrounding them have the power to change economic circumstances. Some liken the Labubu craze to that of tulip mania, which refers to the craze for Dutch tulips between 1634 and 1637. Tulip mania became one of the first ever speculative bubbles for a single product, wherein demand for the new flower reached feverish heights and a single bulb was going for many times the average salary, until it all came crashing down once it propagated. It's coincidental that the Labubus would be influenced by the culture of the Netherlands too, so it's likely a matter of if and not when they fall in popularity. In fact, there's a famous painting by Jan Bruegel the Younger from around 1640, which depicts tulip buyers as monkeys, mirroring the satire you'll see artists depicting Labubu buyers as idiots today. At the end of the day, the marketing psychology for the Labubu is expertly dialed in. There's this idea that Labubus are an exclusive product. You know how they always seem to be selling out and are difficult to buy? That is intentional, as it's a tactic designed and exploited by marketers to make you want to buy a product you wouldn't normally care about, as it incurs the fear of missing out. Consequently, the main critique of the trend is that buying a Labubu at this point is consumption for the sake of consumption. Everyone is buying them, so some feel compelled to do the same. It's the same as the popularity of Dubai chocolate or crumble cookies or matcha. They're not amazing products that will drastically change the life of a person once bought, yet they sell themselves as these amazing experiences like no other. And meme culture is directly responsible for the insane levels of popularity enjoyed by all these items. Ultimately, Labubu has simply become a buzzword online that people repeat, kind of like a brain rot term you'll see over and over again. Some argue that the interest in smaller items could be a recession indicator as people want to spend their money on small luxuries rather than big expenses, such as an unaffordable house. Finally, it's worth mentioning that the 24 karat gold Labubu meme mirrors every single aspect of the product that makes it so popular.
These people that are telling me that my Labubu, my 24 karat gold Labubu is fake, are people that poor now that they can't go to opticians and have their eyes checked, because clearly he is 24 karat gold.
The lady who claims to own it says it's made of gold, for a start, which makes it immediately valuable in a conventional sense, answering the question of why should I care about this Labubu?
Now, this is real 24 karat gold, made in the form of a Labubu.
Then she describes it as the one and only, mirroring the intentional exclusivity of the product, considering Labubus often sell out despite not achieving any major goal for humanity except to exist as something to buy. As a result, one can observe the memes surrounding the Labubus mirroring the actual manner in which they are marketed and bought. It's safe to say that Labubus have become a fad in the Western world, transcending borders as a product inspired by Nordic folklore and ultimately becoming an international product and meme. At the end of the day, it's a mix of gambling, exclusivity, recession, following a crowd and online hype that has led to Labubu being the product of the moment, as many chase the high of buying one just to fill a void they didn't know they had. They've become a symbol of the untethered evils of consumerism, existing as a popular product only because they've been marketed as such, with kids demanding them from parents, following prior trends like Dubai chocolate and Stanley cups. The joy of a Labubu doesn't seem to come from its functionality, it seems to come from the buying process itself, in which a consumer will rip open a package and gamble, hoping they get a Labubu they don't already own. As a result, the largest critique of the Labubu echoes that of tulip mania. Those who buy them are depicted as fools, just as those who bought tulips were depicted as monkeys in the 1600s, and it would appear history continues to repeat itself with small items, highly inflated, however briefly, in value. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe. All or else.